All right, so in this lesson, we will solve quadratic equations. So solve quadratic, remember, to the second power equations. We're going to do that by factoring. So example 1, x minus 4 times x minus 4 equals 0. So really what we have here is we have something times something, and we want to get 0. Well, the thing is, if you make this something here 0, then anything times 0 will give me 0. Like 0 times something will give me 0. Or something times 0 will give me 0. So I need to make either this right here 0, or I need to make this 0. So I'm going to see, let's back up. We know that if I put 4 here and I subtract 4, I get 0. So we know 4 will work. We know 4 will work. So let's go ahead and attempt to see what happens if I, let me just show you what to do if you don't know what to do here. So x minus 4, let's make it equal 0. Well, if you add 4 to both sides, you learn that x equals 4. So basically what we did is we figured out what x had to be to make x minus 4 equal to 0. Let's prove it. So I'm going to write it in just different colors. So right here, well, I'll do this. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do minus 4, and then I'll do minus 4 equals 0. And for x, I will put 4 like right here. And 4 minus 4 is 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. And 0 times 0 is 0. This strategy will work every single time. So, like x minus 5 times x plus 3 equals 0. I'm going to take this x minus 5, and we know that if x is 5, 5 minus 5 is 0. But if you didn't know it, you just write x minus 5 is 0. You solve for x, and you get x is 5. And then, but see how that one's different? This x plus 3 is different. So you have to do it with this one too. X plus 3 equals 0. Let's find out what x has to be. And x equals 3. Okay, so x equals 5 and x equals 3. So we actually have two solutions here. When this happens, you would just say x can be 5. Ooh, let me write that a little bit better. And it can also be 3. Because if we do 5, it's 5 minus 5 is 0. 0 times anything will give me 0. If we try 3, this is 3 minus, that's negative 2. But, oh, I did something wrong here. That will be a negative 3. And that will make that a negative 3. Okay, so if I put negative 3 here, and I add 3, I get 0. And so anything times 0 equals 0. Let's do it right here. Let's figure out what x has to be to make 3x minus 6 equal to 0. We're going to add 6 to both sides. 3x equals 6. I get x equals 2. Not too bad. And let's do the orange for this one. 5x plus 5 equals 0. Subtract 5. I get 5x equals negative 5 divided by 5. I get x equals negative 1. Okay, let's use this knowledge to find some solutions. So in this lesson, we're going to use the shortcuts we learned. So remember that if a is 1 right here, then we can just look right here. So factors of 12, that create 7. So 1 and 12 don't work. 2, because that equals 13. 2 and 6 do not work because they give you 8. 3 and 4 give you 7. Oh, and that's what I'm looking for. So remember, the shortcut is that we can write it as x plus 3 times x plus 4 equals, now I need to bring this, remember I'm writing this like this, so I need to bring down the 0 part. So now this will be easy. All I have to do is figure out what x has to be to make this 0. So I can put minus 3, x equals negative 3. And then I guess I'll do this one in pink, because there's another one. Equals 0, minus 4, minus 4. And I get x equals negative 4. So x can be negative 3 or negative 4. Okay, so let's use this in this one. Remember, we only use this one to figure this one out. So I'm going to put the x equals negative 3 here. So x squared plus 7x plus 12 should give me 0. So I'm going to put the negative 3 for x. And I get negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. Positive times negative is negative 21. 9 minus 21 is negative 12. And negative 12 plus 12 is in fact 0. Cool. Now I'm going to try the other one, the pink. So x squared plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. For x, I'm going to put negative 4. And I get 16. Positive times a negative is a negative 28. And 16 minus 28 is negative 12. And negative 12 plus 12 is 0. So when I put in either of these two numbers, my equation equals 0. My equation is true. I'm going to show you the other shortcut, okay? So remember this one, we can take the square roots. So square root of 9x squared is 3x. The square root of 25 is 5. So I write 3x plus 5 times 3x minus 5. Now I just need to figure out either, well, both of these. 3x plus 5 equals 0. 3x equals negative 5. And x equals negative 5 over 3. You can turn that to decimal if you want, but that's going to be a repeating one. Now let's do it again on the next one. So plus 5 this time. 3x equals 5 over 3. X equals 5 over 3. Okay, that one is not too bad. So anytime you see proof for one, that means you don't have to prove both of them. You can just prove one of them. But actually, before we do that, x can be 5 over 3 or negative 5 over 3. Let's just prove the positive one, okay? X equals 5 over 3. So I'm going to do 9. Actually, I'm going to change that to pink. So I get 9x squared minus 25 equals 0. So 9 times 5 over 3 squared minus 25 should give me 0. This is 5 times 5 is 25. Over 3 times 3 is 9. Like this just makes this go away. If you need to use a calculator, use a calculator, right? And then 25 minus 25 is 0. Remember, this one says prove 1. So you can prove one of these. You don't have to do both. If it says prove 2, then prove both of them. All right, thank you.